Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be finishing The Promised Neverland. I started watching it like in March and now I'm finally finishing. I don't know why it took me so long. I did have other things I was watching, but now look, I'm here, I'm finishing it. Finally. So, let us begin. Okay, so episode 11. Screw chronological order. Phil? What? It's so weird. During this entire thing, I'm like, oh, Phil's gonna save the show. He still can. I don't know what he's doing. But why would you stay behind, Phil? Don't tell me after everything. I mean, like, he's so young, yes, but after all the time, after trying to convince every child, all the kids to change, to get on board with their plan, was Phil just not in it and he just loved Isabel that much? No. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say he could be part of the plan. I mean, they left the little kid there. And they can't go back for him because then how are they going to escape? So it's either he's there to keep her back, but like, Phil, why? I'm just thinking about all the time I mentioned how Phil's going to save the show, Phil this, Phil that. Like, I was Phil's #1 fan. I don't even know where to begin. Okay, so Norman and Emma had this entire elaborate plan behind Ray's back. I don't know if it's just to make sure that it'll like succeed and so they can just get everyone on board before like they reveal to Ray, like Emma reveals to Ray that everyone is gonna make it, they're gonna come, they're on their side. Because Ray kept saying, you know what, I still don't think we should bring everyone because they are younger, how are they gonna understand it? Like, and when everyone was running to the wall, I'm like, but how did you guys convince them? How did she get the kids on it? What did she tell them they're going? The fact that they were all on it, she would have never thought of it because they're the younger ones and then they're so happy, carefree. And the whole time, from when Crone was in the room and then Norman and Emma were talking to her and they were asking her dumb questions, I'm like, why are they lying to her? Why are they asking some dumb questions? And the entire time, they're just repeating what they already know so the children who don't know behind the door can hear it from an adult, from Crone. So they know exactly, so they know that, Norman and Emma Ray aren't lying. I mean, why would they lie anyways? I would believe them. They had them listening on there? That is why they asked him such stupid questions. That's why they asked Crone stupid questions. Before Norman died, he and Emma were talking. Norman was telling Emma that Ray plans to set himself on fire to cause this big distraction so then they can all escape. And he was telling her they can use that plan, his whole plan, to their advantage. So the day Ray decides to burn himself, he said, oh, it's gonna take place 2 months, I think he said, like right before Ray's birthday. He estimated that far. And he said, use it to your advantage. And when the fire went off, when Isabel ran into the room, and then Emma's like, he's in there. I'm like, okay. Emma was still sitting there because she knew the plan, even though he burnt dead alive, whatever not. She knew the plan. So even if he was burning in there, why was she still there, right? Why is Emma still there? I thought this is when they escaped. Oh, wait. He's probably not in there. Jesus, no. So she said, Ray's in there. And I'm like, he's probably not in there. Because, like, why is she still there? Why, And he wasn't. And then Isabel found his ear. I'm like, damn, she probably bit off his ear when she ran and tried to stop him. And, like, but if you go, what's the point? Y'all both gonna burn. Emma, there's no point of you guys both catching fire. But then she caught it. I thought she was gonna bit of hair, but she just cut off his ear. I mean, couldn't he just, like, jerk off the thing? But then that would probably, like, set it off. So she cut off the entire ear, cut off her ear. I don't know the other children. They still have their ears, but I don't know if they used the taser thing. Because on her tracking device, I didn't see any other dots. I don't even know how to properly recap things. Like, my mind's all over the entire episode, and I don't know where to start first. But I'll have you know that I did consume every mickle of the episode, and I'm taking it into consideration for the next episode. What other parts can I talk about? I'm just still surprised about Phil and how all the children got on board, even if they heard, they're still young, so like they wouldn't really understand, but they still, and the entire time they're working on it. And because what Emma was saying was true, Isabel was only suspecting the older children, of course, right? And then they got all the younger kids involved. They're hiding ropes, hiding blankets, hiding bags, whatever, in wells. They're hiding behind trees. They were all working. And then when Emma was acting depressed, I was like, oh, the kids are so, like, concerned about her. When in reality, she was actually telling them about the plan through, like, her whole desperate facade. She was telling him about the plan. She was doing this, doing that. I mean, Emma could have told Ray, but maybe she didn't believe he was gonna catch on fire, and then he just he doubts the thing on himself. Don't pour it on yourself. Oh my god. So she probably didn't believe he was gonna go through with that plan, but if he did, she had the plan to counter that, because in the meantime, the kids were all ready with their plan. The plan was so masterful. Like, I don't even know how to put into words to explain it. It's just, it was such a smart plan. And like, Norman thought through everything calmly. He wrote it down. He was observing things even before he was sent away. Like, I couldn't predict much with this anime, but that is what I love. I love when I can't predict much. I mean, like, it upsets me. Like, I hate when I can't decide, like, can't think for myself what could happen, but I just love surprises as well. And the fire was such like a big event. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm bad with words, but hear me out. In the theme song, there were like elements of fire. You'd hear fire like in the theme song, and then and then there was a match. There was a match that went like right in the beginning. There was a match, yeah, and so there's like elements of fire in the theme song, and then this happened, right? And the fire did start with magic. I mean, there's no, I don't even know. This is 20, whatever. So I guess we should have seen a fire coming. I mean, like, I really don't put two and two together until 2 and 2 happens, you know? But at the end, Isabel had that, like, communicator thing, her big type of walkie-talkie thing to communicate with headquarters. She had that outside. I think she just needed to salvage at least that so she can contact them. She's like, they're still alive. I'ma get them. Like, they're still alive, and I need to send something before they send me. Like, I don't know how they deal with that age meat, like I was saying about Crone. But I think that is really, she's probably afraid. I don't know. And then she said, they're still alive. They're not gonna escape. And then Phil was there. I can't think why he's still there. It's either he didn't want to go, he didn't believe them, he let him too much want to stay. Either he decided to stay, either they have a plan and they left him, they're gonna go get him, or, I mean, because it said, Norman Ray was like, is this all of us? And then it showed the kid who grabbed Isabel, and then it was freaking Phil, like, ugh. Phil! The kid who I said was gonna save the show. And then, or he could have, or, I don't know, I really don't know why he stayed behind, and I'm gonna find out. Okay, as I'm mentioning this whole recap review about episode 11, I haven't watched episode 12, so it's like, watch episode 11, review episode 11, watch episode 12, review episode 12, so I can, like, keep it in a bubble, because if I had watched episode 12, I don't know what I'd be, episode 11 would be like, I'm pretty sure there's way more is gonna happen in episode 12, so I'm actually gonna watch it right now, and then talk about it. Okay, so episode 12. The Escape. I didn't expect for this anime to have a good ending. I really expected the worst, but I'm satisfied. And I can't wait for season 2. I knew Phil. Actually, you know what? I can't say I knew because I had my doubts after what happened last episode, but there's no way, like, he was that dumb not to listen. He's the smart. I wouldn't even be, I could say he's smarter than Dawn and Gilda. I don't know, like, everyone told Phil everything. She told him their plan, and he's like, it's okay, we'll wait. I'm like, oh my god. And then it wasn't just Phil, it was all the other children that stayed behind because they were younger and they needed to get older, and then Emma said that she'll come back for them. Isabel notified headquarters. She said 15 kids escaped, and then the demon at the headquarters, like, kill all the ones except the two, Ray and Emma, and he said make sure at least their heads are preserved. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. She heard from them, it's like, oh, were they found? Not yet. And she's like, they're not at the bridge yet, where could they be? And then she realized, I'm like, please, no, don't realize. No, Masaka, like, they're not there, please, just, guys. She ran, she got to the wall, and then it showed a flashback of the little version of Isabel going over the wall. I'm like, of course it's her. Of course that's her. She knew how to get up. Ray went down with Jemima, then that's her name. He went down with her. Those two little turnip head kids went down. And then Emma was about to go down. And I was nervous. I was like, okay, I was just expecting a bad ending. So I was just leaving my options open. I was like, please, she can cut the rope. She can do anything. Emma was standing there. And then she was saying, goodbye, mother, goodbye, house, goodbye, this, that, da-da-da. And then Isabel was standing there. And I was like, she probably, in my head, I don't even know if I said it out loud. We'll see. I was like, she probably feels like she probably wants to escape with him because she tried to escape a long time ago after, I think it was probably after her friend was sent away. So she probably thought, I would love to escape, but I have duties now, and if Emma really isn't gonna come back for us as kids, might as well keep them safe until they can escape. So maybe she's changed, and maybe season 2 it's gonna be like, who knows? Maybe she's gonna die in season 2, like really early. I was so surprised Emma actually made it over safely. They all escaped. We didn't see much except sunrise, except morning. They're still on it, on their feet. They're running, but it was a good ending. They escaped. No one died except, from early episodes. And they love tricking the audience, so I thought they were going to escape from the bridge because they're saying that's the only way. The cliff is so far apart. And then after Norman scouted the entire thing, he saw a place where they could escape, and it was like a tree where they can wrap around the rope with the rock attached, so it will wrap out of its on its weight, right? And then they were practicing throwing practices, and then it was Dawn that wrapped it around, and then those two kids with their like water rocket launcher thing. So it wrapped around, and then they did that. I'm like, ooh, hitting with ooh. And then Isabella, whoever you want to call her, took off her hair. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the grand reveal. Yeah, she was the kid. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone, it's not really much surprise, but like it's one of those like grand gestures to show like she's finally herself again, maybe. And then when she went back, Phil looked so sad, like, oh, you know how much he was hiding. He doesn't know what to do. I think he's the only one out of those little ones that know. And then when they get older, he'll probably fill them in. Like, he's the next Norman. He's so freaking smart. And then she's like, don't worry, they escaped safely. Ooh, I almost forgot. Good thing how could I forget about this? In Isabel's past, she had her friend who got sent away. She found out, she tried to escape. And then the grandma, the one, I thought it was the grandma. And this is when they recruited her to become... Wait, that's the grandma. So who's that? And when I'm guessing she was going to be sent away, and then they decided to make her a mother, or train her to become a mother, the grandma was there. So I don't know who that was. Maybe the grandma's sister. Maybe they're going to come across that in season 2. But I thought it was her. But I'm pretty sure it's not her because it was like the whole grandma's face was written on that lady who was at the gates waiting for Isabella, when the other mother from her house brought her there. So that wasn't the grandma. She was training, doing this, and then she got pregnant. I don't know why. I don't know if they get all the mothers pregnant or at least make them have one child so they can at least seem like they really care about the kids, so it can seem like they have like a familiar bond with them because they have a kid of their own, so it can just seem, so they can feel, I don't know, so they can trick them as well as Isabel has been. I mean, like, I feel like she was crazy, yes, crazy in the corona, I don't know. They wanted her, I feel like her feelings toward the children, how she cared about them, how she raised them, were partially real now that we've seen her pass. But as she was saying, she did all this to survive, So even though she loved them, she knows she needed to survive, or probably kill her, which is like selfish. I mean, you're finally an adult, and these kids won't even grow up to have children of their own. And speaking of children, she is actually Ray's mom. Like, what? Birth? And he did say he remembered when he was a fetus. So, and when he called her mom, he said, "Why did you give birth to me?" It's like, okay, that is. I was wondering, oh, does he remember his parents? But Isabel's his mom. Probably you're just a sperm donor for the dad, like whatever world they're living in. It's just like, self-explanatory, but damn, that's actually his mom. It's like a shocker. I'm surprised, but they all call her mom, and she raised them like their own. So, but he's actually hers, and he knows it too. So I don't know why he didn't tell Emma or whatever. And he knew because he said he remembers all his memories from. So why didn't he say anything? I mean, like she's the mother to all of them technically, but like she's actually your biological mother. I think Isabel's in it to win it now. She's not gonna do no crazy antics anymore, but she probably has to keep it up to keep the rest of the kids safe until Emma can come back for them. I mean, she took down their rope thing, so she probably wanted to cover up how they escaped. I don't know. But this was amazing. Chef's kiss to the producers, the directors, the creators, whoever, the artists. This was amazing. I love it so much. It was insane. and I'm glad I finished it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you got this far, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.